Ah!
Yeah, we are live. There's a car passing by. Oh, hi everybody.
Oh, hello!
How's it going?
So I'm used to now with Christina running a game, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I did it once, okay? One time.
You can do it every time. I'm okay with that.
Oh, never. No.
So we are back.
Woohoo!
Chris had an amazing vacation and met an amazing person yesterday.
I met Rick Astley yesterday.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
the best.
Should have given the clip that we used.
Yeah. He did not let me down.
Didn't give you up.
No.
It's good. So,
He did run around and desert me, but that's fine.
I'm glad he didn't hurt you, though.
all right, we've punned enough.
Have
Have
we
we
though?
really though?
we ever?
So, you guys haven't really punned me really badly since the whole purple worm thing. Still hurts my heart.
Well, yeah, we feel bad about that, so we've laid off a bit.
Yeah, I can't go back and watch that anymore. At all. So,
I could crack out the Gaul is an ex-pirate jokes.
could.
Too soon.
Too soon. So, let's just to go ahead and get this started. Wow, all kinds of people on chat today. Who are you folks? Why did you choose to come here? Of all places?
All places. Oh, hi, guys. Thanks for coming.
Let's just do a quick go around here. Tell everybody who you are and who you're playing.
Guess we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Everyone, hello. Kevin Hitt here. I play Arthur Agripane. He is a sea paladin, roped up into this mess in the temple here. Not very happy being away from the sea. And as you'll see shortly, even unhappier because of recent events.
Because reasons. Okay.
It's me. Sorry. Hi, I'm MK, and I play Caliphus, who is sad. I am not as eloquently spoken as Kevin is. Evidently. But yes, I play a slide whistle playing bard named Caliphus.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. I'm playing Zan, the celestial warlock, who's very, very sad. Very sad. Look off into the distance. Yep. Yeah. Chris?
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Pangalactic on the Twitters, and this week I am playing a corpse.
You're not wrong.
So I'm gonna mute my mic now, and that's gonna be it for the week. Hang
Hey,
on.
see you next time, Chris.
Yeah,
This is what I look like this week. Okay. Bye.
Wow.
I'm playing Gol Longkeeper, the recently deceased pirate.
There you go.
Still with fantastic hair.
So the hair, just,
Even
it's
in death.
astonishing. Even
If
in
anything,
death.
if anything, it's even better now he's dead.
It is.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah.
It has that just killed
Yeah,
look.
fresh death has only improved his looks.
Speaking of Chris, if you like the music
Oh,
you're
God.
hearing right now, you should go check him out, because he's the one that made it.
Woo!
It's really fucking awesome, if I do say so myself.
This is awesome. I love soccer.
I actually had like a little recap written up. I don't know if you guys want me to
shit.
read that, or if you'd rather just
Yeah.
talk about it. It's nothing fancy, don't get me wrong. It's not like, life-changing or really like in-depth.
Do it, man.
Okay, then. If we're gonna go that route, maybe I need to change some music here. And I had a song picked out, and you know what? I don't remember which one it was.
We're
There
doing
it
it
is.
live.
We're doing it live.
Okay, so previously on the Rise of the Temple of Elemental Evil, I know which show we're playing.
Yes.
The group finally stood on the threshold to Zuktmoy's prison and pondered far too long on how to approach the object of their mission. And while attempting to ascertain the threat, a familiar voice reached out to Arthur, goading him to follow and meet him once more. The sleepless evil swore to the paladin in his death throes that their last meeting would most assuredly not be their last, and it was determined to make good of that promise. However, even after attempting to enthrall Califrus, the group managed to stave off the effects and shut the voice of the dreaded aboleth from their minds, and continued on. And it was inside that sanctum they finally stood against the demon queen of fungi herself and her court of zealots. A terrible battle ensued, where our heroes fought and fell many times. And seeing the battle start to sway against her, the demon summoned forth the aid of a Tanari and leveled the field. Arthur would strike down Zugnoi before she could really escape into Oerth, but not before the Marlith wrapped gall in her serpentine body and proceeded to slice the man to shreds.
She made jerky out of me.
Arthur, too, would eventually fell the Tanari, and then, as they began this ritual to attempt to coax the spirit of Gaul to return, it would all be for naught. And they could not reach him. Califrus reached out to St. Cuthbert in just utter desperation, but even the god could not bring the spirit of Gaul Longkeeper back from wherever plane it resided on. And Zan, with tears streaking her eyes, begged them to go after the spirit themselves. And Arthur, in the throes of helplessness and frustration, sat and let the tears flow. So in the shade of death, with broken bodies and shattered hearts, the group tries to pull itself together, tries to attempt to make sense of the senselessness, and determine where it is they may go on from here. And so we'll begin episode 22, The Tempest Court. And we will stay with the 3 surviving members. So what is going on, you 3?
We will not let him lay in this place.
I don't know how much it will do, but I have something that may help until we can get him back where we need to go. I will go ahead and start a ritual cast of Gentle Repose, which I can do now. Oot, level 12.
And while Zan is doing such, Arthur is penning words to a parchment, a small parchment, and will be putting it on the body of Gold before he goes anywhere.
Interesting. Califrus?
Cal is just kind of standing, sort of existing in the space, but feeling absolutely defeated, not doing anything. He feels like he tried to do everything he could, and he couldn't do it.
Does Gull wear a headscarf or a headband or anything around?
It would get in the way of the fabulous hair. Come on.
No. That hair is free and beautiful, man.
So no hat, no
No.
handkerchief,
hair,
anything
though.
to take off your body that Arthur's gonna put in his pocket. Besides all your
Waist
gear, he's gonna loot in a second.
No, untamed but yet immaculate locks.
That's how you play a paladin, folks. You loot the body first.
No, Arthur will in fact look for anything, a memento, a keepsake, that's not valuable. Like, I'm not touching the gold, I'm not touching, like maybe his belt, if his swash, or something along those lines. But but
I don't know what that would be exactly.
yeah.
Chris, any ideas?
No.
No, I think it's easy. I think I'll just cut out like a 3-inch square.
This flesh?
No, and wear it around my neck like Angelina Jolie. No,
Take some teeth, man.
No, I'm gonna take a 3-inch square
Oh,
of his
what
shirt from the
grief
bottom.
does to people.
Okay.
A finger.
Arthur
Wear
will
a
take
finger around your neck.
3-inch by 3-inch square from the bottom of his shirt.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad this didn't go to the southern regions at all.
Me too.
Maybe I can tickle him back into existence.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna wear his penis around my neck.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go. This is how we cope with death, folks. We make jokes. This is how we cope with death.
This
Take
is
his-
far beyond
yeah.
gallows humor, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Take this foreskin, man. Circumcise him back to
Oh, my
life.
God. Stop.
Oh.
Why so small?
Lordy, lordy.
Zan, do anything particular?
Okay, after gentle repose,
Right.
yeah, I'll go ahead and take the flask, put it in my bag.
Okay.
That's coming with me.
So you all begin to rifle through his pockets.
No, I had the flask. I was
It's
using
not
the flask
like that,
during the
DM.
ritual. I used the
Not like
flask during
that.
the ritual. It was in his hand.
It's what Gol would want. It's fine.
I want you to steal everything on my corpse.
He's coming with us.
I mean, I am kind of eyeing that storm carver, but he's gonna leave it over there.
No, we're bringing him with us. You're a fireman carrying him out of here.
I was gonna fucking stuff him in the bag of holding.
Wow.
I was gonna mummify him and stuff him in there to bury him at sea. I'm serious. I will, like a python, just kind of. I will see how far I can get his dangling ass into that bag.
Jesus
And if his
Christ.
feet stick out the top, that's apropos of fucking what we're doing here.
Oh, Lord.
Forever dangle, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Forever. Oh. Yep.
I'm done.
Whose legs are those?
Thanks for coming,
Well,
folks.
everybody.
We'll see you back next week.
The
Oh,
entire
God.
party is
Yep.
dead.
Oh, shit. I'm broke. Sab.exe has stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad to see you've all got over my death already.
Oh, Lord.
That's how we cope, man. I'm telling you.
So, Arthur takes a bit of clothing off the corpse of Gaul, keeps it close to him. Zan reaches down and takes the flask, this mystical flask that's gone back and forth between the two of them several times over, I believe. Well, let's cut from this scene for a moment. Gaul, at least I believe the last time that we saw you, you were heading on a ship towards what appeared to be a storm encroaching you.
Mm-hmm.
The winds begin to whip. The froth on the sea churning. You can feel the vessel teetering back and forth on these waves.
Gol just stands at the prow of the ship, which appears to be sailing itself, and watches the storm get closer.
Excellent. So you stand at the front of the ship and have that sort of Jack moment, I suppose, and your hair whipping all around you.
I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth.
MK is dead still, apparently. So we have this moment where the storm comes closer and more violent, lightning streaking across the skies. It's almost as if a hurricane itself is bearing down upon you. You hear the sails behind you shaking, the force of the wind, then the tear of the fabric. Before long, it's not. The ship has starting to dangerously teeter, starting to spill over.
Gaul's in like an oddly calm state because he knows he's dead.
Okay.
So, and he knows that this isn't real, or suspects this isn't real.
Excellent. So you just sort of stand there and let what happens happens. And it's not long that the waves crush the vessel on the seas themselves. And you're set down into the blackness of the ocean. Don't know how long really passes, but you start to hear laughter, unfamiliar voices. The scene starts to fade in around you. It just seems to be one large table. There's 7 figures sitting at it, 3 on either side and 1 at the far end, and they're all in varying states of decay. Pale, the bone sticking through the flesh. Their beards wiry, some grayed, all with torn fabrics adorning their bodies. And the one at the far end stands as he sees you, lifting a glass in your direction. Well, welcome to the cult, Gaul. You're lucky number 8, after all. Come, have a seat. We've been expecting you.
Gaul will walk over and take a seat, but he won't say anything.
Okay.
But like drag the seat out so it makes a really loud, obnoxious noise. Or
Sure.
he can put his boots up on the table.
The figure smiles, as best as you can tell from the decayed sides of his face. They sort of turn up at an odd angle, and takes the glass on the table and shoves it in your direction. It's sliding across towards you.
Hand out, grab it, knock it back.
He grabs the bottle that it was poured from and drains it down his throat. And you can see the liquid spilling out his throat, down his chest. Sort of wipes the back of what's left of his mouth with a dirty rag at the back of his arm. And finally sits.
You've seen better days, friend.
Well, see how much longer you're here for. See how good you look.
Better than you, I'd guess.
Remains to be seen. So, you fell.
We all fall. Eventually.
It always pleases me when Stormcarver takes another soul. Gives me some more company to talk to.
Do I know you?
I'm unsure. How much do you know about Stormcarver?
Enough.
Well, I'll be the first one that ever held it.
Fowler.
Aye. That is my name. And this here, he gestures off to his left. Regis Bartholomew. Britton and Wardell Hildum. Radbert Gabranth, as he reaches off to his other side. Presley. Vaxion. And the dirtiest bastard I know, Alcott Amaranth. Sort of creak, their necks turning in your direction, that popping sound. As they all in turn raise a glass in your direction.
Big names. Always thought you'd be a bit more impressive.
I suppose if we'd been allowed to die, like free men should, You'll probably be a little better on the eyes. So why are you here, Gaul?
Because I fell.
No, but you had a chance to go back, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, perhaps. Are you just playing the fool for us, Gaul? You know, it's said that if a man plays a fool, then it's only fools he'll be persuading, but per to be Asmodeus, and well, all men must submit to your will. And that's what we all did here. We're all the devil. What about you, Gaul?
I've always found it advantageous to appear less than I am. You might call it playing the fool.
Well, that makes light of many things and many questions in my head about you. Also makes me very paranoid about you, I'll be honest. What are you searching for, exactly, Gaul?
What are any of us searching for? Freedom.
Well, that'd be the funny thing about Stormcarver. Grants a man a taste of freedom, but only for the cost of his soul. It's a lovely little duality, isn't it?
Who needs a soul? Wasn't doing much with it anyway.
Well, I suppose you're right in that aspect. But you know, if it's true freedom you seek, you don't just find it on the seas, Gaul. If you know who I am, I suppose you know what the Dusk Maiden is, yeah?
I do. I've heard tales.
You know that Stormcarver be the key for it all.
I also heard you killed your entire crew for it.
I did. That I did.
Seems foolish.
Well, apparitions tend to be less mutinous than others.
Sounds a lonely life. You, a ship, ghosts.
I suppose I got what I paid for.
Why am I here?
Well, Gaul, first I'll be welcoming you to the Tempest court. And the reason you be here is you're to be put on trial.
Trial.
Aye, a trial. You see, Stormcarver doesn't just grant freedom to anybody, let alone the Dusk Maiden. The Dusk Maiden truly is the freedom you're seeking, Gaul. She can cut through waters, true enough, but she's so much more than that. She can cut through reality and space as easily as it treads the waters of the Azure Sea or the Saltner Ocean. It can cut the river Mott through Mount Celestia, straight through the Grey Waste. It can traverse the river Styx if you want her to. Or it can set sail upon the endless astral sea, or the plain of water. That is the freedom Dusk Maiden grants.
Not much use if you're stuck here.
Which is why we are looking to you, Gaul. You know, 7 of us have fallen, holding Stormcarver. Will you be lucky number 8?
I feel like I already fell holding Stormcarver. That's why I'm here.
Motions to one side, and the one that he labeled as Regis slides a gavel over towards his direction. He sort of mockingly against the table and puts these 2 boots up on it, crossing them. Gaul, when you were just a wee lad, running the streets of Harby, you stole. You stole from the innocents. From those even less fortunate than you.
There were many less fortunate than me.
What have you to say for the crime of thievery?
You call it thievery, I call it survival.
And who took you in, Gull?
I can't remember, let me check my notes. I can't remember! Where's my background?
May have typed it in chat.
That'd be a man called Balduin.
And how did you repay his kindness, Gull? When the man died, did you throw him in a box?
I was a child. He died, and I survived. Nothing I could do for him.
And then you took all this knowledge that Alduin passed to you, and what'd you do with it? Laid on your back? Took to the seas of piracy, eh?
You all did the same.
We're not the ones on trial here, Gull.
But you are the ones judging. How can you judge me for doing the same as you did?
Sort of smiles at that. I'll be asking the questions here, Gull.
You can't threaten me, I'm already dead.
Oh, we can
I have nothing to lose.
We can do much, much worse than you actually think, lad.
Gaul laughs for like an obnoxiously long time.
So while your chortles are sort of resounding in this open space, which doesn't seem to really have any like definitive dimensions, it just seems to go off in always an infinite amount of space. He just sort of sits back and lets you have your laugh. Expression doesn't change on his face. And after it ends, he finally clears what's left of his throat. And during your piracy, were you the first to draw your sword to strike down the opposing man?
When occasion called for it.
What about the innocent Skull? How about those poor, poor little lizard creatures you saw in the moat house? You know, the ones you didn't tell anyone else about.
They were in my way.
You left them to burn alive, Gull.
They were in the thrall of a dragon. A dragon that threatened us all. I made no apologies for that.
And what about those poor, poor little dark gnomes down in the depths of the earth?
They fired first, right?
Did they
If
really?
you've been watching, you know I've been over this. Many times.
Hashtag no shot first.
Did they really pose any threat to you, though, Gull?
Yes. The end.
The end.
Hashtag sore subject.
He looks around to the crew around him. Well, I don't need to hear anything more about the rest of you. A sort of shrug, looking quite disinterested in the whole thing as it is. Well, then I suppose it's time we give our verdict to you, Gull.
Sure.
So, back in the temple. You all have done what you said before. And you start to feel the very foundations around you begin to shake. It's a very slight tremor. You almost didn't feel it to begin with, but it's starting to grow in intensity. Little pebbles falling from the sides of the walls, from the roof above you. Dust motes beginning in the air.
We may need to leave. Quickly? Arthur, can you carry him?
Of course. He's not in the bag?
He's not in the bag.
Damn it. Alright. Arthur will sling his shield and toss Gull Longkeeper over his left shoulder and keep his trident in his right hand, but he'll carry him.
Okay.
All right. Do we see any other exits other than the way we came in, and not going to other planes of existence?
Yes, except for the two doors to the south. It doesn't take you long to see that far across the other side of the room. You do see a couple staircases. Some of this, it's a little bit jammed with debris, but perhaps you can clear it to move on past.
Okay. Risk it? Pretty sure we have a really pissed off demigod out that way, so perhaps another exit would be prudent.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay. All right, so you all make way to the north and begin to clear some of the rubble out of the way. And the shaking becomes more violent the further you get into it. You can hear the wall begin to crack, as it is going to give way at any moment.
Time to go.
How much rubble is it?
Yeah.
Is it like a mound in front of us that is like difficult to walk over? Is it like completely blocking our path?
Not completely. There's probably maybe a foot above it that's cleared off. Just a little bit of digging, you could probably squeeze through it.
Okay.
Let me see. While you're debating,
It's our only choice. We have to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to get smashed by boulders.
Nah.
I'm going to roll a d3. I'm going to let you all choose which number you are.
Fuck.
I want to be number 2.
Okay.
Of course you do.
I want to be 3-4 because I'm using Gull as my overhead shield.
Hi, I'm number 1.
There's no 4 on a D3, man.
Okay. So you all are grabbing at this, clearing as quickly as you can. You guys start to see that there is a way that you all could push through to the next side, up the stairs. Christina?
Always.
The roof cracks above you. And let's see. Who would be the lucky person? Cal, you actually see this happening. It looks as if a large block is about to make its way down upon Zan.
Okay. Oh no. That's my concern. Sorry. The roleplay switches have not been turned on this one. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. Would Thunder Wave work? Just
You
to
can
kind of
certainly try.
displace them?
You can-
I'll try it. I'll cast Thunder Wave and
okay.
see if that can at least, hopefully, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know how far away Zan is physically from Cal.
She's probably
I don't know if
within
he can
10
just,
feet
like-
of you.
Oh, my arms are not 10 feet long.
No.
That would be crazy.
So I think, let's see. I need a
Oh
couple
wait, actually,
saving
just a
throws
new
here, don't
fact. I wrote into Cal's character sheet. He has 10 feet arm longs.
we? 10 feet arm longs. Excellent. So I guess technically I would need Arthur and Zan to make Constitution saving throws unless they choose to fail.
No, not failing that.
Well,
Do.
I mean, I'm feeling some blast of
Ooh.
a force behind me.
Pretty much.
20.
That's wonderful. The save is
Oh, a 17.
the Constitution saving throw. Try not to take thunder damage.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out whether Arthur would know what that is and not try to be pushed. 'Cause I think he's pretty stubborn, to be honest.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence check real quick, then?
All right. Oh, that's not terrible. That's going to be a 19.
Okay, with your 19, you've determined, in a matter of an instant, you've heard Cal begin this spell. You can verbally hear the incantation pouring from his lips. You definitely know that he's casting a spell of some sort. And then the wave begins to come.
Okay, yeah. With that knowledge, I will make sure. I just want to make sure that I gave you exactly the right number. So the saving throw, intelligence. Yep. So it was a 19. Okay, yeah. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and let it roll me.
Okay. And Christina, what happened with you?
I got a 20.
Okay, so interesting. So Arthur, go ahead and roll your 2d8 thunder damage there while you're at it, Cal.
Come on, be really low.
Really low.
Okay, that's a 5.
Arthur can take it.
That is a 3, so that's 8 thunder damage.
8 thunder damage. Okay, Arthur, you will take 8 points of thunder damage and be pushed.
Did we long rest before this? I forgot.
No.
No.
Short rested. That's it.
Okay.
Zan, you will take 4 points of damage and you will not be pushed since you have succeeded.
Which means I'm still going to get squashed.
Yes,
Awesome.
it does.
Okay.
Oh no.
Zan, you're going to take 22 points of bludgeoning damage. As this large block rushes down upon you, begins to split the side of your head, blood warmly flowing down your cheek.
How much? 20?
22.
22. Okay. Okay. Ow. Ow.
But your spell, Cal, has released a lot of the rubble, sort of blown it past. And you guys are clear to move past now.
Zan's just gonna walk it off. Zan's okay.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Oh my god.
Prestidigitation. We're fine.
But
We're
your
fine.
arms off.
Ugh.
Excellent.
We've got to go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Ugh.
So you put Gull back on your shoulders, Arthur, and move past.
Indeed.
Okay. So you all slip back up into the inky darkness. That is the staircase leading upwards. Go. You hear the smack of the gavel as, I'm going to say his name is Xander, Fowler Xander strikes. Gull, it's the determination of this court that you have been found guilty. Guilty of not being a man of the most ill repute. Therefore, we have to sentence you to return to that mortal world you so desperately crave to be away from. Till you've learned not to live forever, but learn to live with yourself. But don't fret, mate. We're gonna see you again, in this world, or the one below.
You lot are weird.
Make good use of it, mate. And he strikes the gavel once more. And Gull, your eyes flash open. You're on the back of Arthur, in a very uncomfortable position currently, sort of being ragdolled as they make their way through.
Gaul will just go.
Arthur, are you feeling okay?
Arthur is gonna shot put this body, boom, and chuck it.
No!
Okay.
What the fuck? Sorry.
I guess we need you to make an acrobatics check there, Goal.
Oh, I hope I nail this.
I've got a 19 strength, so a 20 strength actually. So
That's a 23 acrobatics.
Versus a 20. I want to roll something. I have a 20 strength. I want to roll something.
Well,
It's always just hit the landing.
make me an athletics check then.
I get a +5, so I need what? A 19?
19. I don't know what for.
I rolled a fucking 18. No joke.
So I guess I don't know if in horror or shock or what, but Zan and Califris, you see Arthur just take this body of Gaul and hurl it forward as hard as he can.
How many feet does a 20 strength throw this man?
Jeez, I wouldn't even know. We'll just say several for lack of brevity. In equal shock, you see Gaul just sort of like roll up onto like
My trident
a knee.
pointed at his face.
Just like getting a spell ready.
This is not the welcome back I expected.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Who the fuck cut my shirt open?
Is he?
Is he standing right here and are you talking about him third person?
Shut up! Just shut up! Is he?
I know you aren't talking to me like that, Dan.
Will you? Whatever you are, be quiet.
I'm walking in a circle around Gull. I'm walking in a circle. My trident's pointed right at his fucking head. I don't know what to make of this at this point.
Is he alive?
And
Is he undead?
Arthur's going to cast... what is it? Arthur's going to cast Divine Sense. Yes. And I am going to see the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
Seeing people like preparing spells and casting spells, Gaul's just going to very slowly draw Carver.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm casting. I want to know if he's dead.
Okay. Gaul, you bring forth Stormcarver, and you see it has this like light, almost azure glow to it as you draw it forth. Arthur, you do not detect any undead, celestial, or fiends within 60 feet of you. Whatever is in front of you, illusory, real, unsure.
Does Gull
Gull?
still have those mortal wounds? Sort of.
He had whatever wounds he would have upon death, but he's not flowing blood or anything at this point.
Okay, Cal's just gonna go up and sort of give him a pinch. Give him a pinch on one of those wounds.
Slap your hand away.
He's corporeal.
Trident down. Pointed down. Arthur hesitantly steps towards Gull. And stands nose to nose.
Don't
And
make
just
me
looks
stroke
at
your
him.
hair again, big one.
And he drops everything he has and just hugs this motherfucker.
Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch, bad touch, bad touch.
Cal will join in this group hug.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god, why? Kill me again. Please, just kill me again.
You bastard. Where did you go?
I don't know. Someone turn the lights off. whatever that means in a world without electricity. Can we let go of me now, please? This is getting awkward.
Cal will let's go.
Arthur just kind of lets go and puts his right hand on his head and musses his hair a bit and then steps back.
Can I put my sword away now? Are we okay? Are you not going to stab me?
And as Arthur turns, you notice tears yet once again as he walks away.
You feel the temple shaking harder.
Are we not out of here? Could you not have got me out of here? I wanted to skip this bit.
Walk, you're on your own.
We need to go. I guess we can move a little faster now that Arthur's not carrying something. Let's go.
Something. Way to objectify me, Zan.
I guess he really is back.
Am I at, like, disadvantage or negatives or things?
No, you're actually fine.
Sweet.
You're good.
And with a big smile on his face, Arthur's darting for that place to make the exit.
Okay. I'll actually go ahead and change your hit point there, total Gall, to what you currently have. Which isn't full, but
Cool.
definitely better than what you had.
Cool. Yeah, it's better than 0.
Right. So, temple is clearly coming down around all your heads. You know that you came through the bottom. You're not quite sure how much further up you'll need to go. And you're greeted with a long passage ahead of you.
So, like, what did I miss? Did we do it?
She's gone. You died.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You say that
Called
like...
for you to come back, and you didn't.
I mean, I'm back now, right?
You didn't. You didn't hear us?
Nope.
Oh,
Lots of no
Right.
mind.
that's all really. Do you want to look ahead? Make sure the path is clear.
Sure. And Gol pop his ring on.
Okay.
Well, when at the very moment that Gaul disappears,
Mm-hmm.
Arthur turns and puts his hand on Zan and smiles, but says nothing. And then takes his hand from Zan and continues to see what we're going to do next.
Alrighty. So, for the sake of not making you all go through several levels of dungeon, we're going to do something different. If you look in your notes, I want to say it is, you should see
Oh god, skill challenge.
a skill challenge.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh
And the
no.
rules are clear there for you, I believe. If people in chat can't read it, we have a skill challenge to escape the temple.
Okay.
You will need to make 8 successful skill challenges to escape. 3 failures will result in the end of the challenge. And possible demise.
Okay.
The base DC of all your checks is going to be 13, so we'll make it quite simple that way. You must be proficient in whatever skill that you decide to use in this skill challenge. And once you make an attempt with that skill, You cannot use that skill again for the remainder of the challenge.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So
okay.
Is that 8 skill challenge checks each?
Total, as a group. So,
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
yeah. So it won't be like acrobatics, 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 acrobatics. So,
Thank you.
like, if Gaul uses acrobatics and passes, he can't use it again. Doesn't mean the rest of you can't use acrobatics for your own skill challenges. Okay?
Okay.
So we'll go with that. You have a chance to avoid failure if another character decides to expend a skill to challenge the failure. And I will set a DC compared to what the situation is. And you must announce how you're using your skill.
Cool.
You can be creative with it. Okay?
Most amazing DM in the world. This is fun.
Okay.
So, to make an order, let's just go ahead and roll some initiative.
Cool.
Well, we know Arthur will.
Oh, I got a
Natural
nat
20.
1. I got a natural 1 on my initiative.
Hey,
natural
roll a
one.
17. No
Natural
way.
20.
Still a 14.
And it's on
Oh,
my.
shut up with your 14.
Look at my invisible dice.
That's going to be a 47, DM.
47.
What'd you get, Zan?
I rolled a natural 20, so I got a 27.
27, excellent.
See,
Caliphus?
Arthur actually.
18.
18.
Oh, boo.
And Arthur.
I rolled a 16 plus 1. Give me the 17, baby.
Ah.
Haha, Gall.
So, Zan, you're first up with the skill challenge.
Okay. I will say, I'll use Arcana. And, are we just making something up here? Or
We're doing it live.
we're doing it
Absolutely.
live? Alright, cool.
How will you use
Evan,
Arcana to
doing
help
it
you escape
live.
the temple?
I will use Arcana to see whether or not something is magical, if it's a glyph of some kind, so we don't run into a magical trap. Is that how we're doing this?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Alright. That is, I rolled a 12. Plus my Arcana, so that's a 19.
Okay. So that's one success. Gaul, as you're reaching forward, Zan suddenly stops you, seeing the glyphs ahead of you. Make sure that you circumvent them without tripping them and potentially ruining your day here.
You've already died once today. Let's not do it again, shall we?
Preferably not.
Caliphus, you are up.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and just do the best that I can do right off the bat. I'm gonna use persuasion to sort of persuade the group to take a better sort of path. Let's say a better footing, maybe amongst some rubble. Maybe Cal saw a better way that everybody else just seemingly wasn't using.
Okay, I'll let you do that, but we will burn a bardic inspiration, sort of to inspire the group. I think that would be fair given the circumstance.
Okay.
If you're okay with that, then we'll proceed forward with the skill challenge.
All right.
Do it. Do it.
Hooray! 18 plus 13.
I think that will succeed.
That'll pass. That'll pass.
Okay. So, the group has made it down this tunnel and begins to wind its way through as the stones around them are beginning to fall. The ground cracking beneath their feet. And they can actually feel some warmth of the lava flows deep beneath the temple beginning to rise up into them. You can smell the sulfur in the air.
Oh, lovely.
Cal, you catch on this quickly, and let's make sure we circumvent this part and try to get to a more stable position. Go.
So go.
I'm sorry, Arthur's next. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's my fault entirely.
Arthur is using his insight to watch and circumvent any creatures that are around, meaning if we come across any bad guys, he's able to watch their mannerisms, see what they're doing, and notice patterns in the direction that they walk or whether they're coming and going. And he's going to use that so that the party can avoid any creatures as we make our way to the top.
Okay. Give me the roll.
And that's going to be a 6 plus 8.
14. Just succeeds. Okay, so Arthur, you are running with this group, and you're all trying to circumvent, like I said, these fissures that are starting to appear below you. You see this large, bulbous-like creature with chains and drippings, just this awful from its mouth. And you see it's in a hurry. Obviously, the whole place is coming down. You know what direction it came from. It doesn't seem that there's anything following it, but you also know that it might be leading you towards the exit. So you all can make a decision of how you want to follow that up. But you have managed to evade it. Oh.
So, similar to Arthur, kind of, once we've spotted this creature, I'm decided we're going to follow it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my stealth to help keep us hidden.
Okay. Excellent.
And my plus for stealth is 13, so...
So you roll a 1, you'll be good.
That's a 17.
Okay, excellent.
33.
33 if it's advantage.
Okay. So you guys managed to stick to the shadows and be quiet. As much as the chaos around you is going on, doesn't seem to be paying as much attention as it would be in normal circumstances as it is, but you do manage to evade its many eyes that are staring around in horror, trying to flee from this structure. Zan, we're back up to you.
Okay. I guess I'll go, religion. Let's say, trying to read any sort of, I don't know, signage on the wall. that looks
Exit
an
this way.
abyssal like an exit sign. Oh, lovely. Okay.
Escape! Escape!
Escape.
Kind of sounds like the word escape.
Gosh. I don't know that I can allow that one.
No. Okay.
Yeah, there's no blue lines.
No.
We don't have a quest marker? What?
Darn it. You know what? Fine. I'll go survival and
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to keep track of this creature we're following and see if I can find some tracks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go this one because it's been treating me well. 12 plus 17.
Excellent. You begin to track this creature with Gaul, keeping you all to the shadows. You get closer to it, and you see it start to pass up this other staircase to the higher levels. You manage to sneak up behind it, and as it disappears down another hallway, you manage to cut off to the another left passageway, keeping away from it, but an eye on to where it's going from this point on if you wish to follow further. But you have gone another level up, and you can still smell the sulfur in the air. It's not as strong, but it's definitely wafting up from the stairway that you guys just exited. Cal.
I'm going to use acrobatics to sort of swiftly navigate these hallways that are collapsed.
Excellent. Go for it.
Okay, 17.
17. You guys are having no issues with this challenge. So, did you all decide to follow it, or go a different way, or...
Group?
I don't know.
What are we following? What is it's a creature?
Some sort of
No.
demonic creature. It seems to be fleeing from the temple itself.
Sure.
Let's follow it.
Okay. So you're following along, and you can feel the ground beneath you beginning to part. But deftly, you manage to jump across the growing chasm at your feet and land safely on the other side. And you feel that hot rush of warm air blowing up through it. And dust fills the air in this volcanic smoke. But you have survived. Arthur.
Arthur, just on pure adrenaline and pure survival instincts, is going to take in everything that's going on. He's looking for the bright paths. He's taking in all the information, if there's, footprints, if there's, where that monster is headed. And he will use his survival skill as just a overall panicked kind of take in all the information to go forward.
Okay.
And
Sounds
I
good.
Roll it. I hope I do this correct. That's a 9 plus 4. That's a 13.
You just succeed.
Whew.
So Arthur, you guys are following this creature as best you can, but you're watching the ground, and you see tracks seem to disappear into the wall itself. It doesn't take you and Gaul long to find that there's actually a hidden passage here, and you begin to pry the wall open and see stairs before you going up once more.
We're making a break for it.
Right, so you all begin to run up the steps. Gaul, I'll bring us back to you.
Cool, and this is the 8th one, right?
This is the 8th one.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe at the top of the steps, while Gaul is scouting ahead, he runs into a group of human cultists
Okay.
who are searching for the people who have brought the temple down, and he's going to use his deception to kind of convince them that he saw them over there and they should go that way and find them and free the route up for us. How's
Interesting.
that sound?
I like it.
Let's go for it.
That's cool.
Give me the roll.
No whammies, come on. 15.
You got it. Okay.
Yes.
So you do manage to come across or stumble across this group of cultists. And as they're desperately searching the area around them, their eyes catch you. You're quick with your words, your silvered tongue, directing them instantly off your track as they move past your group, most of them staying to the shadows. Looking feverishly around, you see not long past them a set of double doors. You all begin to rush towards them, breaking open, and before you, for the first time in several days, sunlight hits your face, and fresh air fills your lungs, and it is blinding. But you do stand now in the temple grounds, and you can feel the ground still shaking.
I don't know how far this temple is, and whether it's below us now or not. We should probably still run.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Arthur will put on his Oakleys,
Okay.
and what do we see? Can you describe to us whether we see any creatures? Are we in an open area?
Sure.
Um,
Once you pass the doors and your eyes finally adjust to the light around you, the first thing that really strikes you is the smell of smoke. And as you're looking out into this temple ground, you see many trees, and from them dangling the nooses several bodies, sort of swaying in the breeze. But the tops of them are all aflame. And this dark smoke is pouring through the temple grounds itself. You can hear in the distance, not far from you, just the sounds of battle. Armies, perhaps, waging combat. But before you, there doesn't seem to be any creatures milling about. Right now, it's just an open courtyard. A single gate not far from you, maybe 60 yards away. Or 60 feet away, I'm sorry.
Arthur would look to Gull and just smiles. Did you want to live forever?
Hell yeah.
And he'll look at Zan and Cal just with a loving kind of grin. I think it's time we give the devil his due.
That's
Arthur-
very brave of you, but I have like no spells left at all. I'm nearly dead.
Yeah, I'm like
That
really dead.
boulder like really came out of nowhere, and yeah,
I know you want to fight, but me, I want to flight.
yes, I am useless right now, like completely.
Can we, like, run and talk?
Good plan. Good plan. Let's.
Run and talk.
Yes.
Let's Aaron Sorkin this shit.
Yes. Yes. Run and talk. Run and talk.
Arthur's just gonna laugh and we'll just follow the party wherever they run.
Okay, so you guys, I assume, would be going towards the gates to the temple itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever looks like a convenient exit, like if there's a big green exit sign, we head to that.
Right, I mean,
Any place that says camp here?
you have to make a religion check first to read
Yeah.
it, though.
I mean, this temple's OSHA compliant, right?
Yes, religion is plus.
Okay. So the immediate exit would be 60 feet ahead of you through the gates itself. There is like smaller outcropping buildings to the temple itself. If you wish to explore them, by all means, you're allowed to. The quaking doesn't seem to be as strong, but you do feel the earth sag a little bit beneath your feet.
Yeah, we should GTFO, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you all pour forth from the temple. You see
I'm on bad
several hundred feet away, armies just crashing upon each other. These forces that are demonic and humanoid alike. You see up on the hillsides just spells being rained down upon one side, the demonic side it would appear. Fire and lightning just exploding across the scenery. Banners of Ferendi, Verbabonk, and of the Fiend of the North himself, Ayuz, on the other side. All waving in the wind.
Can I do any kind of insight check to see if he can perceive if this battle's going to last only today or if he thinks it's gonna drag on? Just kind of knowing a little bit about warfare.
Okay. You have a military background or anything?
Just from, let me see. I mean, religious wars, perhaps.
Okay. It was just to see how
Yeah.
the roll would be affected. Go ahead and give me a check, yeah.
Yeah, let's just see what I roll here. Well, crap. An 11 total.
An 11 total.
Yeah.
You're not versed enough in the wages of warfare. You're more of a one-on-one type. You're not quite sure which direction or which ebb and flow this battle is going. The best you can tell with your 11 is it seems that the demonic forces are pushing harder, and the I'll just call them an allied force, is backing up further, either being overwhelmed or retreating to better ground.
Let's give it a day. We need to find a place to rest.
I feel like we've done our part so far, so even just give me an hour, maybe, and we can just jump back in there, just as much as you want, but give me an hour.
I mean, an hour won't give me my spell slots back.
It's
This
true.
battle will probably not end just today. I think we can take time for you to rest and heal up, and then join in the fray. But just remember, every hour we wait, more men die.
Okay. So, for the sake of things, let's have somebody give me a survival check to see if we can find a proper place to bed down for the evening.
I like pass then. It ain't my strong suit.
I can do it. Someone want to aid me?
Assist. I will assist her
Okay.
with my
Okay.
survival.
With advantage. Ooh. It's an 18
An 18.
plus. I just rolled an 18. It's a 23.
23. Excellent. Zan, as you and Arthur begin to pour through the woods that are surrounding the temple itself, you find a couple different options. You find a very thick growth of trees which could probably support you in their canopies themselves if you were to lift yourself off the ground. You also see into the hillside what appears to be some sort of small cave. But the only thing that bothers you about the cave itself is you do see several animal bones littering the front of it. Doesn't appear to be anything in it currently.
Don't you have that little hut we can sleep in?
I do. I just anticipate that whatever ate those is probably coming back at some point, so. Granted, though, I don't have to sleep, so I just need to rest up a little. I'll keep the watch.
Then why did any of us keep watch ever?
Let's just say it's something new that I picked up on. I just leveled up, so.
Mechanics.
Mechanics.
Okay.
So where did you decide to bed down for the evening?
If we check out the cave and there's nothing in there currently, then I'll go ahead and ritual up the hut,
Okay.
and I'll stay awake because I no longer have to sleep. Yay!
That works. Sorry, I'm looking for music. Ah, there it is. Okay, so you guys go into the cave, sort of scattering the bones that you come across, and you lay down your spell, and you all curl up beneath the dome for however long you wish to do it for, at least 8 hours, I believe. So, by all means, have your long rest.
Yay!
Hooray!
We are safe.
Never say no to a long rest.
Never. Which means you all also get your, I think it's up to 11 temporary hit points
Sweet as a note.
on top of that. Double check. Yep, y'all have 11 temporary hit points on top of that.
Nice.
17. So that's...
Okay. MK, why don't you go and roll me a d12?
All right.
Okay.
Let me double check. I've never rolled a d12.
They don't get enough
It's-
love.
Nope.
A new
Barbarian for
experience.
life.
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay. Towards the end of your spells, Anne, you maybe have half an hour left on it that you're guessing. You just see whatever might have been the inhabitant of this cave begin to wander in. Seems to be a large black bear. Sort of sniffs at the dome, wandering around it. Doesn't get much closer than that, though.
Okay. I'll maybe wait until the dome's got like 10 minutes or so, and then kind of let everyone know that there's a bear. You know, just bear warning is kind of good, I guess.
Okay.
Good morning. I hope you all slept well, since I don't have to anymore. There's a bear. Just it's fine, but there's a bear. No surprises. I know whose cave this is now. Breakfast?
You can't eat bears, I don't think.
No, not the bear. I'm done with the bear. I've moved on from
Oh,
the
right.
bear. I
Cool,
just
cool,
let you
cool.
know that there was a bear, and then I
Oh.
suggested
So you-
breakfast.
You didn't want us to kill the bear and eat it for breakfast.
I did not
No.
know. I mean, I
You
can't
definitely
stop.
can't eat their livers. I know that.
Ooh.
Arthur will, with the butt end of his trident, poke Gull.
Ow.
Once again, just making sure it's him.
Dude. No stabbing. Thanks.
All right, there's a new group rule: no stabbing each other.
No stabbing.
Arthur, no stabbing.
MK, why don't you go and roll me a d12 again?
Okay. Again, twice in one day. How exciting!
I know.
I got a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay, our roll of 2 is determined that the demeanor of our bear seems to be uninterested. Just curled up in a corner, just sort of lazing about.
I love this bear. Can we keep him?
If you were a druid.
I don't know. How's Pebbles?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Pebbles
Pebbles.
exists.
I keep forgetting about Pebbles.
Still alive?
Pebbles is still
Pebbles
alive.
is here. Pebbles is good.
Yes, Pebbles is still alive.
Pebbles was with us this whole time?
Yes, Pebbles was with us this whole time.
Very
He's just
quiet.
Very quiet.
That little shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stealth blink dog.
I don't see why we need the fucking bear. Just saying.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he talks as well. I mean, that might be interesting.
No, we've got
Pebbles try to talk
you
to
one
gotta
us.
too
start
many
your
talking
own
animals as
suit,
it
Zane.
is.
He said growl, snarl.
Arg.
You're still our
You
favorite
mystical
talking
beast.
animal. Yes, you are.
I am
Favorite is a strong word.
I am your only talking animal, so I would,
Exactly.
I would take that with a grain of salt.
Well, take your breakfast for now.
What the fuck are we gonna do exactly?
I mean, we go home now?
I know what we're not gonna do, and that's we're not gonna die anymore.
No,
What Cal said.
no, we're not.
And I'll poke Gull again.
Stop poking me. We just had the no stabbing talk.
Not the pointy end.
Don't make me turn this party around.
What do we do now? I feel like we.
We join
Done?
the fight.
Why? We did our bit.
While this is being talked about, Zan is going to attempt to sleight of hand the flask back into Gull's back.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
Give me a sleight of hand and an opposing perception.
Natural 20.
Well.
That doesn't beat his 47.
It's a perception.
You I have no issues.
This battle is bigger than all of us.
Which is exactly why we shouldn't participate.
I agree with Carl.
You would rather stay your hand against the forces of evil that could possibly take over this area?
We have done our part.
I mean, technically...
We have died.
Yeah.
More than one of us has died for this cause already.
Maybe you should have fought a little better.
Was that in
Wow.
any way called for?
Wow.
I mean, even for me, that was a little too soon there, Arthur. Just saying.
To look at this battle taking place and seeing the thousands of men dying fighting the forces of evil, your thought is to walk away?
My thought is that
No.
we've already died and already done our part.
My thought is let's check in with the general who's expecting us hopefully to come back and then figure out where we are best needed. We are not foot soldiers. I mean, look at me.
True.
Well, apparently Gull and Cal would simply walk away. They've done their parts.
We have.
I never said I'd walk away. I just said that I didn't want to fight 1,000 dudes all at once.
What difference would 4 more people make?
Let's check in with the
Not
general.
like
Let's get back to headquarters, whatever.
I agree with Zan. They have no idea that the temple's collapsed, probably.
We have information for them. Vital information.
Felt miles away.
I mean, like, earthquakes happen. They could have thought it was an earthquake.
Perhaps. But I'm sure there's a large hole in the ground. But Zan, you have the most prudent plan.
I generally do.
And Arthur's just gonna put his head down so that his hair kind of covers his face.
We can only fight so hard, Arthur. We should be fighting smarter, not harder.
My work here is done.
All right, your dome ceases to be. Where are you going to go from here on?
Go find the general, I guess.
The general? Here comes the general.
Rise up.
1-800 General now.
Jesus. Sadly, that was in my head too.
I don't know that reference.
Yeah, it's a commercial.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's just a bad commercial.
yeah, bad American commercial. We were doing Hamilton, but it's fine. It's cool. No bags.
Okay, so you guys leave the cave. Pretty well instantly greeted by more sounds of clashing. Draw closer. From the safety of the tree line, you peer out, and you see almost an identical state from the day before. Of course, bodies littering everywhere at this point, on both sides, but it does appear that the demonic army is slightly ahead at this point. So give me a perception check.
Everyone, or
Yeah, anybody.
Not me. That was
Anybody.
a 6.
8.
12.
I got a 9 plus 7. What's that, 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Who got the highest here? I
Cal.
completely
Cal.
forgot everybody's numbers as soon as I heard them.
So
So,
16.
Cal got a 16.
Cal, not just from a visual point of view, but you can even feel the ground slightly shaking beneath you. It's very faint. It smells like the temple itself. But you're looking off, about 200 feet to your northwest. Not far from where the armies are at currently. And you see the ground open up suddenly. And pouring from it is a large lavender, serpentine-looking creature.
Yes!
Our dear friend!
It sort of
No jokes.
sort of slides its way out. And behind it you see wave after wave of these dark-skinned, white-haired individual pouring forth, making a line not far from the battle currently. And with your 16, you are keen to point out that among them is your old friend, Kaitlana.
Oh, good.
And they seem to be making a line, ready to strike.
Okay.
And
So
we're
Cal-
at the rear of the demonic army.
They said they're a couple hundred feet to the northwest. The battle itself is taking probably 150 feet to your direct north. So you're sort of towards the back of the demonic army at this point.
First, Cal is gonna go, oh god, it's back! Oh no! Because worms are scary.
Worms are scary.
Worms are friends.
So he's gonna, like, turn completely around from the situation, not even look at the worm, and just be like, Kaitlana's out there. She's got an army. It's amazing, but oh my god.
It's all right. You don't have to look at it. It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
terrible!
They're here, though. That's good. They kept their word.
Is it the same worm? Does Cal
Oh, yeah.
recognize the worm?
Yeah, it's
Would
the
Cal
same worm.
forget a worm?
I don't think so.
It's Worm.
Don't think he'd forget one though. So that is your current state. You imagine whatever commanding operation would not be close to the battlefield at this point. You're welcome to go search for it if you'd like.
I mean, that's who we need to talk to, right?
We can sweep around one flank of this battle and get to where we need to go.
Oh, definitely you could, yeah.
Just have to watch out for scouts.
Yeah, not saying you're not going to be noticed, depending on how you approach it, but yeah.
I am not stealthy by any means, so
Someone's gonna notice this big ass worm and all these drows too. So we should probably skedaddle to where we need to go.
Yeah, and you have a couple armies who have no idea what's going on either side.
We really should go find the general.
yeah, that's true. I hope the drow don't get taken for adversaries and get friendly fire. Not good.
So we better hurry.
Yes.
How many feet would you say is the other side of this battle?
From the back to the front, you want to say?
Do you mean, can you
From
dimension
where we're
them?
standing to yonder?
Where you're standing to yonder. Probably 400 feet.
Oh, good.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, you know who's got a convenient spell, and then the dog can catch up.
There's an app for that.
Mhm. I've got that too.
Yeah. So we could dimension door plus 100 feet beyond the battle. You guys want a dimension door?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I could dimension door. All
Let's
right,
not get stabbed.
So
let's
you,
dimension door.
so you can take
Alright.
yourself and one willing person, I believe.
Yep.
Mhm.
So who's staying behind?
Can't
Oh,
Pebbles?
I can also do this.
Yeah, so you have 2 people who can cast a spell. And you have 5 party members.
Pebbles will be fine.
Pebbles can jump. Can't he?
Not 500 feet he can't, but...
Shit.
Oh no, we have
Arthur
to
will
leave Pebbles
stay.
behind.
Shut up.
Arthur will say.
Either someone's got to burn a spell, actually a couple spells, to come back and grab the other person, or somebody can stay behind. Pebbles can stay behind if you wish them to.
No, don't want Pebbles to stay behind. Pebbles will get hurt.
Just a bear-infested den.
To leave and come back, I'd have to burn all my spell slots in that.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
So we could just sneak around instead, and then if things get dicey, dimension door, whoever, wherever, whenever.
All right. Let's just move around then for now. We'll have Dimension Door in our back pocket.
Okay, so you all begin to take to the tree line and make your way around. It is almost 1:30 my time, so let's just go ahead and take a quick break real quick, and quick. Redundancy. Love it.
Yay!
But we'll be back in a few minutes. Just gonna restroom, drinks, yada yada yada, so we'll be right back, guys.
See you in a second.
are back.
Hey.
Sorry, we got sidetracked on conversations. Okay, you guys, you're on the edge of the tree line. So, how are we approaching this?
Okay.
Yeah.
It is daylight,
We're gonna
so...
try and be stealthy. I mean, we're not just gonna make a whole bunch of noise. We will try and be stealthy as we go around, I would assume.
Okay. Go ahead and make me stealth checks at advantage since you do have cover.
Let's try.
Oh, I'm glad we have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Stealth checks with advantage, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
30.
Jesus Christ. Can I just like stand
57?
behind Galt? Like, does that work?
Goal, you wrote a 57?
Yeah, 57 for Galt.
What is stealth on my...
16 for me.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I get a whole +1.
Cal
So
rolled
that's
an
15.
8.
Oh,
My first roll was a 1,
Pebbles has
and
a
then my
better
second roll was
stealth
a
than
3.
me.
okay.
Pebbles rolled a 20.
Nice.
20.
Alright.
Pebbles has better stealth than me.
Let's see.
God damn it.
Anybody's noticed? Yeah, you guys are noticed.
Oh, good.
Didn't say by who, so...
No.
There was a bunch of dice rolls. What was that about?
Sorry.
Oh, I was just... I wasn't looking at
What
the
did
screen.
you do, Kevin?
I wasn't looking at the screen. All of a sudden I heard dice roll. Like, where the fuck is that coming from? So you make your way around, trying to be as quiet and cautious as you can be. Unfortunately, the bard isn't the most stealthy. Cal, as you're bumbling your way through the tree line, not only do you snap twigs and pretty much any other thing that you can find your feet to step upon, but even like part of your instrument gets caught on one of the twigs, and there's just this loud "mang" sound that sort of goes through the air. Give me a perception check from you guys to see.
Now you're my wheelhouse.
22.
5.
Perception, 16 total.
22 as well.
22. Excellent.
Holy
So-
crap.
I guess pretty much everybody else except for Zan.
Oh, Pebbles too. Pebbles probably sees. Pebbles rolled 1. Said Pebbles saw
Pebbles don't
shit.
see shit.
Pebbles don't see shit.
He's probably whimpering from the loud sound that just occurred.
Yeah. Oof.
So you see from the army closest to you, which is not the Drow army, but the other one, the demonic forces of the temple itself. Towards the back of it, you see this wiry-looking creature with very long arms, pale flesh. And you can see it turned, looked in your all's direction. It's lifting a hand, screaming something that you can't quite make out from here. And you see another figure moving towards where he's pointing. And he's just cloaked in this heavy armor, black wings erupting from his back. Gaul, what'd you get? 20
On my
something?
perception,
Yeah.
22.
You're fairly sure that you have been spotted by the Fiend of the North.
By the Fiend of
Guys.
the North.
I think Ayuz has seen us.
You think?
And last time we saw him, I don't think he was too happy with me.
We need to go. We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to go.
I mean, no offense, guys, but and I popped the ring on.
Cal's gonna right quick, really freaking quick, lean
Rain?
down to Pebbles and say, Pebbles, you need to find the general and go. You need just go, run, pretty much.
Okay. So Pebbles blinks and appears not far from you, but is taking off as quickly as he can, and you see him sort of like blinking in and out of existence as he rushes his way, trying to stay clear of what he can.
We've come a long way, haven't we? He actually listens to you.
Huh.
Let's go.
Away.
Do we want to use those spells and get
Oh, shoot,
the
yeah,
fuck out of
probably.
here now?
Yeah, let's dimension door.
Cool.
Excellent.
Goal, I can't. Just
Take the ring off.
find me since I'm. Okay, there we go.
All right. To tell you what, for the sake of you all being spotted and reactions, let's do a quick initiative to see who's going to react first in all this.
God. 26.
22.
Whew. We got a 10.
10. Arthur?
Let's see. And 15.
15. And let me roll for IUs.
For us, rolling for IUs always goes well.
170.
Oops. Did that wrong.
You rolled a 1, right?
No, I did not. Gaul, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier is 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
Trying to figure out a way for... I'm going to go ahead and let you go first.
Okay.
Even though it's technically a tie. So you're popping... Are you popping your ring on? You waiting?
I was gonna pop my ring off so that Zan could find me to dimension door me.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Keep
I
it on,
guess
just
I'll-
grab me.
yeah,
Just grab
I
me.
get. I mean,
Put a
I
hand
guess.
on my shoulder.
Do you need to be able to see me?
No, I just need to be able
No.
to touch you. That's it.
All right. Well, I'll keep my ring on and just grab hold of Zan's shoulder.
Okay. So that will bring us to IUs. Trying to remember what my links were here because I can't remember off the top of my head now how far away the army was. Shit. Did I say 150 feet?
You did.
Can't remember.
Something
You
like
did.
that.
You said 150 feet.
Okay. So you see Ayuz has cast a spell, and in the air, not 60 feet from him, closer to where you're all's direction, you see a large figure just bloom forth from it, with large wings and red crimson skin and horns that sort of curl back behind its head. A massive creature that takes to the air immediately
Oh god.
and begins to fly in your all's direction. Swoops down towards you all,
Oh no, no, no.
and he's probably not a good 10 feet away from you at this point.
Oh no.
Oh good. Oh good.
Oh no, no, no.
Let me add him
Oh shit.
to the turn order here.
Oh god.
And let me go ahead and switch you all over. I'm sorry for the generic map, but it's not where I intended for you all to encounter him at. Did it load for you all?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah.
So, Zan, it is your turn.
Are we keeping with the plan? The plan? Yeah? Yeah?
For once, yeah.
Yeah, let's actually keep with the plan. Okay. I'm gonna grab the invisible hand on my shoulder I'm gonna turn to Cal and be like, hurry. And I'm gonna dimension door.
Take pebbles off there too. Okay, so you and Gaul disappear, correct?
Yes. Going away that direction. We were
Okay.
going with the plan.
You are gone. Arthur?
Arthur will, knowing what's happening, am I allowed to use ready and then go with Cal?
Sure.
Because if I took an action, would I still be able to go with Cal?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so I can take an action and then...
As long as
go
you're
with
within
Cal.
touch range for Cal, you're good.
Okay, so I can go... I'll move right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to use Turn the Unholy. As an action, you can censor fiends and undead. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw on a DC 16. Turned for 1 minute. So, I would like to do that. Oh!
Double ones.
Holy
Nice.
shit!
Okay. So this hulking creature from the abyss itself suddenly grows fearful of your presence, Arthur. And you can see it begin to step backwards, tearing up the earth as it does. Cal.
Time to
Ah. So, this giant thing just turned around and backed up.
It is
Maybe
backing
not.
away from you all currently.
Back. Okay. Cal's gonna go, ha, bitch, and grab onto Arthur, and we're gonna
Just-
dimension door out.
Perfect Cal response.
Nice.
Bitch.
Excellent. So you guys
You rolled double ones.
definitely didn't have to worry about that encounter too much. You bamf on the other side of the battle.
Wow.
You can see
Praise
the
also.
large Balor begin to make its way back towards Ayus, not knowing where you all have gone.
Where did he go, George? Where did he go?
So, in the meantime, as you all have been approached by this creature, you begin to see the forces of the Drow begin to plunge forth into battle, launching towards the western flank of the cultists, and begin to tear at them. And there's a rousing cheer from the humanoid side.
Good.
Yay!
So,
You're saved.
what are you guys going to do now that you're clear of the battle?
Find the general, I guess. Or just
Fun the
run.
general.
Go away. Bye.
You could do either or.
We are gonna find the general.
We need to find the general.
Presumably it'll be somewhere at the back.
Presumably.
Are there any like soldiers around? So no.
Not in your immediate vicinity. There's a large hill not too far back behind the main forces. Presumably they could be behind there.
That's the vantage point. Generals want to see the battle from the highest point to see where to put their men.
Can we see anyone like on top of the hill?
I say we go that way.
Give me a perception check.
I might have something that would help. A second.
Do you have like an eyepiece or something?
I was just wondering if I do.
You're a
I got a 4, so it's not gonna help me. God damn.
I don't think I have
Blinded
it.
by the light.
Blinded by the light.
Man, I don't have an eyepiece. I only have
I
Android.
don't. I thought I might have it. But I
Uh-huh.
don't. But perception 17.
Okay. Did the other people roll?
4.
Yeah, I got a 5.
5 or
I
4?
got it. Okay, I found my roll is bad. I got a 10.
10? That's not terrible. Gaul, you see what maybe a person on horseback, not too far back up on the hilltop, surveying the field. You can see the banners behind them even at this point. Seem to be the symbols of Ferendi flapping in the wind. Cal, you see what appears to be a blackened figure on the horizon. Not really determining as much detail as Gaul does. But you do see somebody.
So, what are we doing?
We need to go find the general. That was the plan, right?
Yes, but up there on the hill, I don't see anything.
I saw banners, right? And
Yes.
yeah. Then yeah, the banners are up there. It seems like it might be somewhere to watch the battle from. That seems like where we might be finding a general.
That's where they're flying their colors.
It's a good place to start. Let's go.
Yeah. Even if they're not, somebody up there will know.
And it puts us further away from the battle back there. That
Yep.
I'm all right with that.
That is my priority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you all begin to climb the hill. The battle now below you, still resounding, but seems like the forces seem to be making some more headway against the cult at this point. On top of the hill, you do see the familiar plate mail and red hair. I'm going to have to ask Christina now because I can't remember her name.
Lucidia.
Lucidia, correct. So, General Lucidia, who's sort of looking out across this battle, notices you walking up the hill, and she begins to dismount the horse and walking in your direction with some haste.
Hi.
She
We've met this general before, pardon.
Yes.
She's the one that sent us. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Her
Been a
and
while.
John Waterstash, and yeah, they sent
Her
us.
stash. Jesus Christ.
It's the pencil thin mustache. I don't trust you. I don't care who you are. Like you could be, taking puppies and like saving an orphanage from a fire, and you have a pencil stash, and I don't trust you.
Hmm.
All right, maybe it's a character flaw of mine. I don't know.
Okay. She rushes up towards you, Zan, grabbing you by the wrists. You alive? You're all alive.
Now, yes. Long story. It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Long sigh just lifts from her. You see her shoulders sort of like slump, as if some heavy weight has been lifted off of them. I can't believe it worked.
It almost didn't several times, but
You want to know how I got these scars?
Don't know I got these scars.
oh god, that was actually really good. That was a good one. Ooh.
Okay,
So, fuck you, pay me, yeah?
she looks down at the battle, seeing the many onyx-skinned creatures crawling over it now at this point.
Oh, the drow are with us.
Yeah,
They're
don't
with
kill
us.
them.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, that worm can do some damage. So they're with us.
Is this
Crazy.
Is this Kate Lana's doing?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought she was deposed from her people.
Long
She's
story.
not anymore.
And now she's teaching them to love. Presumably.
Beg your pardon.
Long story. You had to be there, really.
Yes.
I see. Well, we're still in a bit of a bind. She sort of looks incredulously down towards the visage of Ayuz, who just seems to be like tearing through things left and right at this point. This large two-handed sword cutting through things, people, flesh, blood spraying in all directions as he moves. I am glad that the job is done. I fear I'll have no army to return with, though.
I mean, that's kind of the risk you take when you go to war.
I suppose. He has been amassing his armies in the north, pressing down towards Ferendi as it is. This will be a hard blow against us. But I am glad we could buy you some time. I'm sorry, I'm sure you're tired. Shall we retire to camp and discuss this further?
Of course. Boys?
Yeah. I don't really know what we do now.
Have you seen a dog?
She looks around. A dog?
Yes, he's rather distinctive. Have you seen him?
I'm talking about that creepy one you all hung out with before.
Yes. Did he not?
Hung out with the dog? Sure.
She shrugs her shoulders. A little bit of pain in her face as she does it. I have not. Should I be expecting him soon?
Yes. He was supposed to make his way to you. If you see him, let him know we've arrived.
She nods, looking somewhat confused.
He's
well.
very smart. He'll know. Just let him know where to find us.
Quite. I shall stay here for the time being. She sort of gestures to the other side, down the slope of the hill. Our main camp is just down that way. You're more than welcome to whatever we have left.
Thank you.
Okay. Guys, begin to make your descent.
No pebbles?
See, a few minutes later, you hear the trot of paws hitting grass, running up behind you.
Pebbles!
He rushes up to your feet. Did you see that big fucking worm out there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just give him a hug.
Sort of curls up into you. So what are we doing now?
We don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. Are you hungry?
Well, it was hard to pass up all those morsels.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Don't
Let him lick you.
Unless I know, the better.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm just really confused. Though, why the fuck are we still here for?
Well, what we did helped, but there's still a really great chance that we will all still die.
Yep.
That's... Should we leave now then, so our chances of dying might be slightly less?
Well, then we're just running all the time,
But
darling, aren't we?
Once I agree with Pebbles.
See, it's got to be a good plan then if Gaul agrees with me.
God.
I mean, he is your
Let's-
boyfriend and all. You know, you should really listen to him more often.
Shut up.
You know.
Let's
you
see
love
what the
me.
general. Let's see what the general has to say, and make a plan.
General's going to say we're all fucked, and that's going to be the end of it. Zan, we need to get the hell out of here now.
It doesn't feel right. I mean, yes, we've done our part. I've literally died for this cause.
Mm-hmm.
It just.
And
Am I
now
the only
we'll
one that
run.
feels like it doesn't feel right to just leave?
And now we'll run and watch countless more die. Or hear about countless more die.
I am no foot soldier. I will not pretend to be.
Can you not cast spells and help those around you?
Oh, that's what I'm saying, but I do have some skills.
I feel like she's going to put us right in line with that monster out there.
Again, for once, I'm agreeing with the dog.
And
You want to run. Run away.
I want to live, Arthur.
sort of looks up at Gaul. It's like, and I agree with you for a change.
We did our part.
We were hired to go to the temple, right? To take out Zugtmoy.
Yes.
What more can anyone want from us at this point?
We brought a whole second army to this battle. What more are we supposed to
Did
do?
the part we were hired for.
We
There's
did
a
more
higher
than that
purpose.
part. We brought a second army to this fight. Nobody asked us to do that. Nobody expected us to do that. The four of us jumping in isn't going to help.
And if every man thought like you,
Then there would be peace.
I'm sure Ayuz would say that as well.
Ayuz isn't a man.
You would take over this world and you would yet run and ward what?
I'm really tired of being preached at, Arthur.
Can we at least agree to hear what the general may have to say?
If there's
Sure.
food in it for me for the time being, sure.
Well, we also have to get paid, so
We do have to get paid.
there's that. We can't exactly just hightail it out of here.
Then we can tell the general on the advice of your dog we're leaving.
You know I'm standing right here, right?
I mean, he's literally in the conversation. He's been in it the entire time. Can we
Let's
agree
go
to
find
that?
the gen- We can go find the general. That's what we were trying to do.
All right.
What the fuck ever. Let's just go. Couples peels from your arms and moves ahead of you down towards the camp.
Now you've gone and pissed Pebbles off. Come on. Let's go.
Okay. So you move down towards the main camp, which is pretty thrown together. Mobile camp. Mostly what you hear is just the agonized moans of the injured. more likely those who are unlucky enough not to die from their wounds at this point. Moving into the main encampment. For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you all found food, somewhere to sit down for a change, and to wait the general to return. Anything need to be said before this time? Your role play, anything you want to get out?
Cal?
Cal is just kind of sitting and looking at his hands, and he's very conflicted. Cause on one end he's like, self-preservation, I almost died several times. And on the other end he's like, well, you know, every favor, you know, sometimes comes with extras. Extra little things, you gotta go the extra mile. So, the extra mile, which includes more pain and possible death. So Cal is just silently conflicted. This.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
You did good.
When I scooped the food? Yeah. Pretty good at scooping food.
I mean, back there. You did good.
Thanks. There was a lot of back there's. There was when we dimension doored.
That was
and then
good.
There was when we escaped the temple. That
Also
was scary.
good. That was very scary.
And then there was when Gaul was just all floppy and weird.
Noodly.
You still did good. You did the best you could.
Cal's gonna heave a big ol' sigh. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I guess it's good to know.
What do you think?
What do I think of the food?
Sure. What do you think of the food?
It's war rations, so you know, like it's no Michelin star or anything. I think that exists in this universe.
Michelin was a chef wizard. Yes.
Yes,
Very
the
famous.
wizard chef.
The demigod of gourmet food.
Yes.
Yeah, it's as good as war can get.
And what about the other thing? You know, the whole where the hell are we going to from here thing. What do you think?
Oh yeah, very scary. Very unsure, treading, very almost what is it when the water's really choppy?
Rapids?
Not like rapids, but very tumultuous waters.
Ah.
We are.
Ooh, nice one.
Vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Learning a new word every day. Yeah. But this is it's terrible, and nobody wants to get. We're all kind of stuck here, and we don't know what to do and what we're doing, and we're just kind of here. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Can't wait to go home after this.
Yeah.
I might even make jewelry again.
Really?
Yeah. I still got my jewelry kit.
What sort of jewelry would you make to commemorate this?
Really good jewelry. Maybe friendship rings. That'd be nice.
That would be absolutely lovely.
Yeah. That's a good idea. And Cal's gonna take out a little piece of paper and write it down. Fast. Make friendship rings.
You think we should do this?
think that doing, like it's like doing the right thing. It's not always easy. It's not always obvious. But technically, it's the right thing.
Yeah.
It's also the thing that might kill us again.
Yeah. I'd like to not die again. I mean,
Yeah?
that's pretty big. I don't know.
I mean, if anything happens, I'll always be ready to bring one of us back. One or two. Not three, though. Not three. Can't go back.
Well, I mean, I might be able to get one if I'm not one of those. I get yes. Well,
Yeah. All right.
we'll figure out.
We'll keep tabs.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
What do you think we should do, Zan?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, nobody said you had to tell me.
I think we have to see this through. Don't hurt me.
I mean, I literally just said the same thing. So, looks like we're in the same boat.
Yeah. Who's gonna tell Gaul?
Gaul's gonna have to tell himself. He won't believe anybody else.
Fair. This food sucks.
This food sucks. Cal's just gonna kind of put it down on the ground and was eating out of politeness. Now is
Just like, oh, thank God.
glad somebody agrees.
Well, for what it's worth, you did good.
Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
Is that your scene?
Mm-hmm.
Anything for Arthur or Gaul? No? No? Okay. So it's some hours later before the general returns. Sort of throwing open the hood. Starts to unstrap some of the armor from her shoulder. Looks like she's weighing heavily against it. You've all fed yourselves? Rested?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She nods. And she goes up underneath of her armor and pulls out this blood-soaked bandage just off her shoulder. Begins to rotate it.
You're hurt.
It will be fine.
May I?
She nods.
Okay. I'll give her 2. Just a little something, something.
Okay.
Ooh! 10.
Excellent. So you seem to stop the flow of blood from whatever injury she had received. She sort of breathes a sigh of relief, still discarding the shoulder plate onto a table, and sits wearily down at the table itself. I'm surprised you're all still here, to be honest.
No more surprised than we are.
So, why are you still here?
It's a very good question.
we think we might be able to help.
It's for the first time since you've met this woman, with all her steely exterior, you can actually begin to see a little bit of tears well up in the corners of her eyes. I don't know where you four came from, but I'm very thankful that you passed my way.
I mean, various places on our Earth. That was rhetorical, never mind, sorry.
I don't know that any of you are soldiers, though. Perhaps you, Arthur, but the rest I'm unsure of.
They are all fine companions in war. They are battle-tested. They know, and they can handle themselves. Sometimes they forget.
Generally 60 feet or so behind the rest, but...
Our brigade of war mages has dwindled drastically. Perhaps you could help there.
All right.
And Arthur, we could always use another lieutenant, if you're willing.
The forces of Ayus cannot win.
I truly hope that's true. And the other two, do you wish to help as well?
I'd like to help. Where I can. 60 feet back.
Have you been taught the arcane ways?
I could sling a few spells.
Perhaps you can join Zan then. Her eyes sort of go over to you, Gaul. I know you don't want to be here, I can tell by your mannerisms.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fight if you don't wish.
Feels like it's not really my decision anymore.
You always have a decision, Gaul.
That's bullshit. Just point me in the direction of things that need killing.
She sighs and nods. My kingdom, no. No, I appreciate what you all are doing here. And I will try to do what I can to make sure you're compensated justly for it.
Thank you.
And let it be known where the goal goes, I go.
That isn't true, Arthur. If I were to walk away now, you would not come with me.
This is true. I meant on the field of battle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can't keep up with me, old man.
It's done me twice. Yet, I will follow you, and I will be by your side.
Alright, well, in the morning we'll plan. where to put you all. And strike back once more at the heart of this problem. Get some rest. And I will see you in the morning. She picks up the plate from the table she just dropped and exits the tent, leaving you all there.
Well, I know who's keeping lunch tonight. Who lives in Zan?
Did I mention I no longer have to sleep? I think I've mentioned that, yeah?
You don't have to sleep, you don't have to breathe.
Yeah.
No. And yet somehow I'm still alive. Magic's great.
Zan is a cryptid.
Yeah.
Could you survive in a bag of holding?
She could. She
Oh,
can hold
sure.
her breath indefinitely.
I can hold my breath indefinitely.
Yeah, you could survive in a bag of holding.
So
Oh
she's
shit,
something to eat.
surprise! Pocket Zan.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Dude, put her in a bag of holding
Oh,
and
dude.
fire her,
No!
and then
We're
fire
gonna-
her off in a trebuchet over,
Oh shit.
and we'll
We're
throw
gonna
her
need
over.
we're gonna need a bigger bag.
If you learn Goodberry, you can stay in there indefinitely.
Man,
God.
we could fire Zan at the army.
Wow.
Alternatively, you
someone
can
would
carry
still
her
have to
around
get
with
me
you.
out of the bag, though, right? Like someone would have to reach in and be like Zan, and then
They
like
could
pull me out.
like open it up, and you could poke through and be like,
Yeah,
"Ha,
no.
lightning bolt."
Fingers out.
We
And
put
then
a
reach and pull
parachute
yourself
tied
out.
to your ankles, and it'll pull you out as it stops.
We rig something up to turn the bag inside
See?
out.
Exactly.
And pulling me. There you go.
You standing in the middle of like 1,000 demons going,
Surprise!
how's it going? I'm gonna build a hut right here.
Give me 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
Give me,
Oh my
give me
God.
just a second, boy. Okay, we have a plan, DM.
You have a plan.
What? No, no, we do not.
Yep. We don't need to rest.
Your plan is wrong.
Oh, for DM's sake, let's say that you're sleeping for the night because I'm not prepared for the next part of this. So,
Pocket sand. That's
Pocket sand.
hashtag pocket sand. I
Hashtag
love
pocket
it.
sand. I
Yep.
love it.
yeah, Pocket Zan.
Mm-hmm.
God, that sounds really sexual for some reason, though.
Ugh.
Ugh,
Whoa, whoa.
Jesus.
It does.
Terrible.
Don't go back to the worm.
But, okay, so in the morning, you guys will have your positions upon the army, and we will unleash hell.
Hasn't hell already been unleashed? Isn't that the problem?
No, actually, the abyss has been unleashed, so.
Oh, right, okay, my bad.
It's different.
That's
Hell
totally
too.
different.
Totally
different thing.
So, unless you guys have anything else to roleplay out. Anything
Cool.
last you want to say? Oh, sorry.
Zan?
Can I have a drink?
Yeah? You don't have to ask my permission.
Go into the bag. His bag. Thank you. Put it right back.
Regifting's really rude.
Even more is redistribution.
Okay. That brandy has lasted a long time.
It has.
It was 2 bottles.
It was 2 bottles.
Glad you're back.
Remains to be seen whether I agree. Let's Just see if any of us die again tomorrow.
Well, we'll try not to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
We did call for you.
I don't doubt it.
I'm sorry you didn't hear it.
Me now. Don't seem like it made much difference, really.
How in the hells did you come back?
Who knows? Maybe it was all... Maybe I was just unconscious.
I know good and well that you were dead.
Doesn't really seem worth thinking about.
Do you
It's
remember
done.
anything?
Had a really weird dream.
Dreams are important.
Are they? Or just the firings of a dying brain?
What do you remember?
Water. Endless water. And then I was back.
Do I believe him?
You can give me an insight check.
Maybe I'm telling the truth.
Maybe.
Maybe that's all I remember.
Mm-hmm.
20 for deception, by the way.
20 for deception.
17 insight. I believe him.
You do.
I had a dream that we were all eating jello, talking to cowards.
That's a great. Yes.
And my mom was there.
Very interesting.
Blue jello. Who's the ocean?
Yeah, it's very salty jello.
Boo.
Boo. Just stay alive this time, alright?
I mean, I was trying to stay alive last time, so we'll
Yeah, but
see.
we're all experienced at it this time now.
Do I?
That's
I don't know. I don't know if having died what experience of staying alive.
I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it is.
If you could like banish that demon again tomorrow.
That's a plan. We don't need to talk for a while. It's fine. Let's get through things first.
Yeah, I'd quite like this all to be done now.
Yeah.
It's the last time I accepted a delivery job.
This is how that all started, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better get some sleep.
That isn't fair. By the way, I want to not sleep.
Oh, you know, just pledge yourself to a otherworldly creature.
Polite pass.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too.
And gulp. Hit the hay.
Okay. Not our usual cliffhanger, but I think this is where we're going to end today.
Oh no!
Next week, we're going to start off with a massive battle.
Oh lord.
I want
Let's
to have
go.
some
We're gonna
interesting rules ready for you all next week
Oh.
to play
God.
this in an interesting way, I think.
Next week we play Warhammer.
Oh shit!
in the
Not
box?
quite.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Is that my daughter in there?
Good to have you back, Gull.
Yay!
Yeah. He lives.
You bastard.
Again.
All right, guys. So I'm going to want to say that we're playing another one shot sometime in the next couple weeks, I believe, right?
Heck yeah.
Pretty soon.
So excluding that, next week should be our what's the word I'm looking for? Our penultimate episode.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're just about done with this arc. So
Holy shit.
I want to really appreciate everybody that stood by. It's been a crazy journey.
Yeah.
Don't know how to handle it.
With grace and poise.
Indeed.
I have
Indeed.
neither of those.
None of us have any of those
I
qualities.
Can you borrow
have
some from a friend?
I have anxiety.
I ain't got
Cast
that.
a rule on myself, please.
Ample supply.
Still don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
But let's just go ahead and we'll go around and let everybody know where they can find you at, what you got going on.
Right. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Again, unbelievable amount of people here today. So thank you so much for coming. It's always great to see a lot of people coming and checking out the show. I mean, obviously, you guys can see the cast here. It's just amazing. DM can, weave a tale with the
Go
best
fuck
of them.
himself.
And so. He hates compliments. He hates them. Yet.
What was the external monologue and what was the internal monologue? No.
Yeah.
He's
No,
a
but I'm
great
dead serious.
guy.
You guys could and again, you guys are gonna see these guys all over the D&D world in the next couple of years, so it's really cool to see. Anyways, my name's Kevin Hitt. You can find me at Twitter at Kevin_Hitt. I am a esports reporter, a journalist, and I will be moving towards a gaming reporter as well, covering D&D and other things of that nature. So you can check out my work on Twitter, and I am privileged to be here every week with these knuckleheads, and I hope to see you guys again real soon.
All right, that's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Music Combat. Music Combat on Twitter. You can probably see, unless it has been cruelly changed to something else. But yeah, I'm Music Combat on Twitter, and you can find me if you want to see me play video games, goof around, read things poorly, and just have a generally goofy time.
Make lots of music.
And make music every now and again. Where is it? Oh no! What happened? Oh, here it is. There we go. You can see me on Twitch at twitch.tv/mk is the best. Yeah,
Woot
that's
woot.
it for me.
Yay! Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on Twitter at Greek Sid. That is Greek with an R. There's been a lot of confusion with that. I am Greek. My nickname is Sid. Greek Sid. Cool. You can find me here on Saturdays. You can find me over at Encounter Roleplay on Sundays. We have our final Young Heroes of Fate game tomorrow. I'm super bummed, but I'll be back over at Encounter Roleplay the exact same time, 5 o'clock Eastern, starting May 12th for an Apocalypse world game. Should be super cool. And then every other Tuesday, you can find me over on Femsplained, Femsplained Cast on Twitch. That's 9 o'clock Central, so 10 o'clock Eastern. And we're doing a Neverland game, so D&D and Peter Pan. It's awesome.
And that's me.
And it's
I
you.
guess. Woo, hello, I'm Chris. Pangalactic on Twitter. I haven't got much going on at the moment, really. I make music sometimes, which you can check out on my Bandcamp, which I linked on Twitter. I just released my score for That Salty Ginger's Wobbly on the game that was over on the Grimjack channel. So go check that out. And that's about all I've got going on at the minute, really.
You band stuff?
Oh, band stuff, yeah. Check out my band's video, Dead Throne Feel on YouTube. That's pretty cool, if I say so myself.
It's very cool. It's very good. This
It is
man's
awesome,
talented.
guys. I mean, obviously, with the music
Damn it.
you're hearing that he's here, you should go and listen to it there.
That's
true.
I will at some point put together a release for the music I've done for this show as well. I think there's a little bit more to come, yeah.
A little soundtrack would be bitchin', bro. I would love
It
to
would
have
be.
that.
I still want to get the character themes done, but I don't know how much time I've got to do them, so we'll see. Yeah, that's me.
This is all I got. So,
Who are you? Who the hell are you? Where can we find you?
Edgar Allan Poe.
let's see. You
That
can
is-
find me on Twitter at Saverick. So, I'd say my Twitch, but I haven't been on my Twitch for months now. Maybe it'll change in the future. I don't know. Yeah, so I just got this going on right now. Plans in the future, of course, to possibly see this go a little further. Don't want to say too many secrets. Yeah, that's really all I got. Pretty boring today.
Great
Right there
game.
with you, buddy. It was a great game.
Yeah.
I guess in 3 months, in a few days, we'll be at Gen Con. If you all ever want to, if any of you are going and want to say hi,
God.
yeah. So come up and say hi to me. I'll gladly shake your hand or whatever. Gosh,
Or whatever.
it depends how much you pay me. So,
Korean terror. If you're
Little
a
end of the
creeper.
table.
but yeah, that's all. You guys got anything else you want to say?
Another compliment. Great game today, boys and girls, and your storyline is bitchin'. They're saved.
I completely gutted the entire module. So.
Yeah, we did Temple of Elemental Evil without ever doing the temple.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We're pretty much
Nicely
did.
done, man. Nicely done.
You're welcome.
That's artistic
So,
interpretation.
once again, thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope to see you back next week, and we'll let you know about that one shot. Probably going to have 2 episodes of Elemental Evil that day, which would be really exciting.
That'll be fun.
So,
What?
we'll let you know about that. Otherwise, we will see you next week back here at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And stick around for a little bit. I think I'm going to raid somebody because I haven't done that in a while.
Let's
Ooh,
raid!
yeah.
I see that Wandering DM is playing right now, which I believe is one of MK's old DMs, and I'm not mistaken. So let's
Yeah,
go.
he's great.
Let's go give them some love. So
Woohoo!
Um,
Raid!
I'm gonna set that to go, and we're gonna go do things. I gotta go work in a few hours, so I need to handle some stuff and then go work all night. So the rest of you guys have a great day, and we will see you back next week.
Bye!
Thanks so much, everyone.